Good morning, everyone. Our today's topic is strategic human resource planning process, or the steps involved in strategic human resource planning. So, since it is a umbrella term and it is very elaborative, so as you see, there are 7 steps involved in the process of human resource planning. So, we will take up steps one by one. First step is to analyze the corporate level strategy. So first of all, strategic human resource planning should start with analyzing corporate level strategies with inclusion of expansion, diversification, merger, acquisition, or reduction in operations, and technology to be used, method of production. So these all includes in corporate level strategy. So first we need to analyze corporate level strategy. For example, if you are going for a expansion program, so you need more human resource for that purpose. So on that basis you can assess the requirement of human resource in your organization. So therefore a strategic human resource planning should begin with analyzing the corporate plans of the organization before setting out any further task for fulfillment. Second step is demand forecasting. So on the basis of analyzing corporate level strategy and taking clues from that strategies, the demand forecasting step starts. So forecasting the overall human resource requirement in accordance with the organizational plan is one of the key aspect of demand forecasting. Forecasting of quality and quantity of human resource is like the amount of human resource required, as well as the skills, knowledge, ability, value, capability is needed in addition to the quantity of the human resource is done through the various methods. So these methods include first method for demand forecasting is executive or managerial judgment. So on the basis of judgment of executive or the manager, the number of employee for the further requirement is can be known. So and the executive or managers adopt basically 3 approaches for such prediction. First is bottom up approach. So what is bottom up approach? Here the concerned supervisors send their proposal to the top official, who compare these with the organizational plan, make necessary adjustment to it, and finalize them. Second strategy is used, which is known as top down approach. So here the management prepares the requirement and send the information downward to the supervisory level, and the supervisor will finalize the final demand. Third approach is participative approach. So it is a mixture of bottom up approach and top down approach. So here the supervisor and management sit together and prepare the projection of future human resource requirement. So these 3 methods are used for executive and managerial judgment method. Then second method is known as statistical technique. So on the basis of past record, that we can project the trend for the future, and on the basis of that trend we can assess the demand of human resource required for the organization. Third approach is ratio trend analysis. So in this method, depending upon the past data regarding the number of employees in each department, like production department, sales department, marketing department, and the workload level, the ratio of manpower are established. So past value are plotted, and the future value is extra plotted for on the basis of past projections. Third method is work study method. So this is the technique widely used in production unit. This technique is suitable for the study of correlation between volume of production and number of labor. So on the basis of that technique, the demand for human resource requirement is estimated on the basis of workload they have. So work study is the method which is more appropriate for repetitive work and manual jobs instead of non-repetitive jobs in the organization. And the last method which is used is called Delphi technique. It is again a very common technique, and in this method the views of different experts related to the industry are taken into consideration, and the consensus about human resource requirement is arrived at. So Delphi technique is used primarily to estimate the long term need of human resource in the organization. Now we move on to third technique, third step of the process of human resource planning, which is analyzing the human resource supply. So if we keep a tap on the human resource requirement, now we need to go to the other side of market, which is supply side of human resource. So every organization has two sources of supply of human resource. First is internal sources and second is external sources. Internally, human resource can be obtained for certain posts through the promotion and transfers. And in order to judge the internal supply of human resource, further human resource inventory and human resource audit are done in the organization. Human resource inventory help in determining the availability of human resource, which can be moved from one place to another place or one position to another position. So an external supply is can be seek through my agency of contract labors. So these are the external source of recruitment for that purpose. So we need to analyze that what source of supply is suitable for the for your for the requirement of your organization. Then fourth step involve estimating manpower gap. So on the basis of above steps, the manpower gap can be identified. So it can be identified by comparing demand and supply forecast. So such comparison will reveal either there is a surplus or shortage of human resource in the organization. So if there is a deficit, it suggests that the number of person to be recruited from outside, whereas if there is a surplus, it implies that the employees can be redeployed or terminated. So employee estimation to be deficiency can be trained, while the employee with higher and better skill may be given more enriched job. Fifth step involves the action planning. So once the manpower gap is identified, plan are prepared to bridge the gap. So plan is to meet out surplus of manpower, maybe redeployment or from other department or retrenchment. People may pursue the quite voluntarily as well. And deficit can be met through recruitment, selection, transfer, and promotion. So in a view of shortage of certain skilled employee, the organization has to take care of recruitment, and not only the recruitment, he need to take care of retention of existing employee. So so that the organization need to have a plan to retain existing employee and to hire new employees in the organization. Next step is modifying organizational plan. So if future supply of human resource from all the external sources are estimated, and it is to be it is come out to be inadequate or less than the required, the manpower planner has to suggest the management regarding other alternatives or modifying the organizational plan on the basis of that shortage. And last step is controlling and review. So after the action plan is prepared and implemented, human resource structure and process should be controlled and reviewed with a view to keep them in accordance with the action plan. So at the end, you need to look back and see at what step what there was a mistake or there was a deficiency, and to correct that deficiency. So these are the steps involved in strategic human resource planning, and this is a very elaborative approach of doing human resource planning in the organization. So that is it for the day. Thank you so much.